Hello, everybody. This is Mr. Palomini, and I'm your 7th grade through 12th grade instructional math coordinator. I'll be going over the 8th grade test right here, the 2025 STAR Grade 8 Mathematics Release Test. I'll be utilizing two tools. I'll be utilizing your graphing calculator, which in this case I'll be using decimals, because I like the decimals, and this graphing tool that I'll be doing, that I'll be using to do a bunch of writing with. All right, so let's look at the problem. Here we go. A student read 24 books in 15 weeks. What's the slope, right? Which graph has a slope that best models this rate? So let's take a look at that. So here we go. And I'm gonna make this a none. I make the thing go big. During the state test, you can use the entire screen as your like scratch paper. See that? I can write in red. I can change the color. I can use blue and so on. I'm gonna use blue. So in 24 books in 15 weeks, this has to stay consistent. And the slope, which we usually use m as a slope. I'm going to use what's called change in y over change in x. If you're a student watching this, that's my m. We teach you that slope is m, which is correct, but it's also how the y is changing over how the x is changing. In this case, the y is for every 24 up that I go, for every 24 books, it takes me 15 weeks. I can simplify this and keep using that as a way of plotting my points. Okay, so I'm gonna start with 24 and 15. So you're at 15, I'm at 24. However, I'm also at 24 at 40 weeks, right? This has a slope of 0. That rate of change is 0. This guy's not going up or down. It has no speed. I start at 24 and I finish at 24. I haven't moved at all. So in those weeks, I haven't moved at all. This guy's been still. At week 10, I only had read 24 books. At week 50, I've only read 24 books. Not it. Here, 24 books at 15 weeks. So here's my 15 weeks, and 24 books is way up here. This line would have done that. Would have crossed through that point, and it didn't. So that's not my answer either. Sorry about the coughing. Here we go. Hit the reset button, and over here, check it out. This has a rate of change. This rate of change is called empty set, null set. It doesn't exist. Oh, by the way, whenever you see a 0 that's slashed through it, that is not the number 0. This means empty set. There's no answers for it. If you're very happy with do that, okay, that's 50. That is not 50. That's 50, okay? So this one's got a slope of that's undefined, right? Notice here I'm at 15 weeks, but I also I've read 6 books, I've read 18 books, I've read 30 books, I have read a bunch of different number of books, all at the same time. Wow! So I'm a time traveler. So I described that the empty set once. You time travel, you're in 2 places or more places at once. That doesn't happen, right? Functions don't work this way. And if I look at this at 15 weeks, I'm where? At 24 books. And if I get my calculator out and I type that in, and I do that 24 divided by 15, I get 1.6 or 8 over 5. And that's my rate of change, 8 over 5. So let's look at it here. 8, here's my 8 right around here. I'm sorry, 8 over 5. 8, oh, no kidding. 8 over 5. So this is my x, right? This is my change in y over my change in x. So x is 5, I'm going to be at 8. Yeah, that's about right. And by times 2, at 10, I'm at about what, 16-ish? At 15, I'm at 24-ish, right? At 25, I'm at another, what, 32-ish? Yeah, right around there. So that kind of helps. And there it is. I didn't really need the calculator for this one. That's the only coordinate that I have 15, 24 on. The rest of them kind of have it, but don't, right? No, A and B don't work. This is a slope of 0. This is undefined. This one's not steep enough. This one hits it just perfect. And then I could use my calculator to verify the other coordinates. This is Algebra 1 from now on. This is 8th grade math to Algebra 1. If you're a student watching this, you'll be doing this kind of math and pretty much until you graduate. So not that hard, right? It's kind of easy.